Hi, everyone. It is Ashley here. I also have another Ashley with me. I am
Hello.
Tiltify's community manager. Y'all know me, but let's hear a little bit about Ashley Roboto. I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you so much for joining me.
Oh my gosh, thank you for having me. Hello, everybody. My name is also Ashley, um, and my pronouns are she, her. I have been creating content on Twitch specifically for just over 4 years, but I have been making content on the internet and wanting to be a content creator since I was like about 12, I think, on and off. It's been a long, long time that I've been on this here internet. But oh my gosh, I've been doing stuff for a long time. Ever since I came to Twitch has been more of like a full-time thing. I've been doing this
Yeah.
as pretty much my job for the last couple years now, and it's been an absolute just wonderful journey this whole time. I've had such a blast.
Yeah, let's talk about some accomplishments that have happened in the last couple months, Miss
Okay.
Ashley, because
Uh,
you've been doing so much, and we want to hear all about it.
oh, okay. Well, thank you. I actually just earlier this year, I'm incredibly proud that I am officially now a Twitch ambassador. That is just my big thing. I feel like it's kind of what I've wanted for a long time, ever since I found out about being able to be an ambassador. I was like, I want that to be me because um, honestly, my whole life is on Twitch. Twitch has really changed my life, made me like meet so many amazing people like yourself. I've met so many wonderful friends, and it's truly
Yeah.
changed my life.
And you're a great representation for the Twitch community. You have such a welcoming personality, amazing content. Your community is so welcoming and so sweet. And of course, raising a butt ton of money for charity. Can you believe that? How does it feel to
Um,
have an online platform to do good?
oh my gosh, it feels amazing. I feel like with what happened with St. Jude this year, my fundraising, honestly, it doesn't even feel real, which because it's just so huge and wild to me that um, like people can come together so ferociously for such a good cause, and I love that so much. I my community absolutely blew my charity goal for St. Jude this year out of the water, and it was an amazing time. And I feel like no matter what expectations I have for their generosity, they will always exceed them 10 times out of 10.
And that's beautiful because you cultivated that community. You did that all by yourself. I'm
I
so
appreciate
happy
it.
to know you. So happy to know
Oh,
you. And I love coming into your streams. It just brightens my whole entire morning. Okay.
oh,
So,
thank you.
and I think it's the yellow. I think it's just welcoming colors, you know? It just
I think
fits you
so
perfectly.
too. Oh, thank you. I honestly, I only really started to vibe with the yellow like somewhat recently, but I feel like I bought a yellow sweater and I'm like, oh no, this has awoken something, and now this is my vibe.
Now, I have a question for you, Ash. You
Of course.
post these iconic memes with your hands on your feet on your hands. What
Yes.
inspired that? I gotta ask. I have to.
Okay, so hilariously enough, a lot of people, what some people say, like it reminds them of, is a character in Aeon Flux who had like a surgery to put hands on her feet, and I mentioned that in a stream, really like threw it out there, and then I brought up the picture, and everybody in my chat was like, "I hate that. That makes me uncomfortable." And I was like, "I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it to myself, and I'm gonna post it on Twitter." And everyone's like, "No, you won't." And then I did that night, and I think it just like called everybody on their bluff of me being very cursed on the internet. And it kind of blew up because I don't think anyone was expecting it. So then it
Yeah.
turned into a competition with myself of like trying to one up myself with the photoshops more and more. And so now every time I post a selfie, people are like, I was expecting hand feet. And every time someone says that, I'm like, well, now I just have to wait until those comments die down, and then I post another one.
Oh my gosh, I was wondering for the longest time, like, what inspired that? It's hilarious. I love it. I'm like, I'm
Thank
just
you.
scrolling through Twitter. You see normal basic tweets, and then you see feet on a hands from AshleyRoboto,
Mhm,
and I love
mhm.
it. And it's so you. Never change, okay? Never change. Keep it
Thank
up.
you.
So I want to talk a little bit more about charity fundraising.
Yes.
So why is fundraising for charity so important to you?
It's really important to me because I've always wanted to do good on the internet, whether it
Mhm.
was to bring more positivity into like the internet can be kind of a dark and scary place. So I always kind of wanted to bring more good. And when I found out about Tiltify and how a lot of people
Mhm.
fundraise through Tiltify for various charities and stuff, I knew that I wanted to do that when I could. And I think it's just such an awesome way to use like a platform that you've cultivated to make a positive change in a lot of people's lives.
Wow, I love that. And I remember when I also started streaming and I heard about Tiltify, I said, wait, I can do this?
Yeah.
I can do this on stream and raise money and it goes directly to the charity and I don't have to worry about that. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm all in. Yeah, I'm not biased or anything, but Tiltify is amazing. They're the best. And we are always improving and adding new features to make it a even more easy and fun experience for creators to fundraise for good with their communities. So
Oh,
that's fan
absolutely.
that's
Oh
really
my gosh.
inspiring, Ash. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. And, can you tell us a little bit about some causes you have fundraised for and why?
Um, my largest fundraiser I do every year, the is St. Jude. I feel like um cancer is, and specifically like childhood cancers are near and dear to my heart because my best friend growing up was diagnosed with leukemia, and he survived. He's a cancer survivor and he's gone on to do awesome things now. But
Right?
I feel like that was like my first brush with that kind of thing, and it like really stuck with me. And I know that like he had a drive afterwards to help children with cancer and things like that. And I feel like once I saw that like St. Jude had such a large like event thing, I'm like, oh, this is perfect because everyone like rallies behind it and it's very near and dear to me, truly.
Oh, I'm so glad your friend is doing well. That's incredible. I think we have all been affected by cancer in some way. So
Hmm.
seeing these children go through it, it really pulls at your heartstrings. You're like, no, not the kids. They just
Yeah.
we just want them to live their happy little life in their childhood years and they don't have to stress about that. But
Yeah.
all of us rallying together for seeing Jude play live, it just makes
Hmm.
a huge difference in their lives, especially the family, so they never have to stress about bills or anything. So it's so heartwarming to hear when
Hmm.
people really want to support that cause because, again, we have all been affected by cancer.
Yes.
I have so many family members going through that. And, when you see those family members going through it, they're older adults or something like that. But when it's
Hmm.
a child, you're like, "How are they doing this? How are they getting through this?" Like, "Let's
Hmm.
fundraise as much money as we can so they can be
Yeah.
okay."
It all goes to such a great cause.
Yep.
Also, on top of St. Jude, I'm actually, it was just super recently announced that I am working with Spawn Together for the Able Gamers, which is another
Okay.
cause near and dear to my heart because gaming has changed my life. And
Mhm.
being able to like raise money so as many people can be affected and enjoy and be a part of the gaming community like I have been since I was like 3 years old. Like that
Mhm.
means a lot to me because I know that my trajectory in life has been greatly affected by games and it's done a lot for me. So I
Yeah.
just want everyone I just want things to be accessible and available to people because I can't imagine just like wanting to be a part of something, but just not having the avenue and being able to
Mm.
help raise money to give people that avenue is really important.
So important. I love that. Thank you so much, Ash, for sharing that. And I can't wait to see all the fun you do with Able Gamers. That's super exciting.
I'm very
And this is your
excited.
first time participating in this event?
Yes, Spun Together is new. It's, more so
Mhm.
from Steve Spahn. It's actually his birthday at the time of recording this. He basically has, just this event around his birthday, wanting to raise as much money as he can around his birthday every year, and so this year he created just this initiative with a few, people in the industry as like champions to rally people together and raise money and do some good. And I'm really excited about it.
That's amazing. I can't wait to see what you do and all the fun feet on hands and hands on feet means you can get out of it. Maybe, we can
Yes.
make a milestone for a very special picture. I don't
Yes.
know.
Actually, great
That'll be
idea.
great. Yep. See, I got you. I got you. That's amazing, Ash. Thank you. And you mentioned earlier that Tiltify is such an easy platform to fundraise on. What are
Mhm.
some of your other favorite things about fundraising with Tiltify?
Honestly, knowing that the money just goes instantly to the charity, there's like no guessing. It's just full transparency, very like trustworthy and nice. And knowing that I am basically just and I'm just an avenue. It's like I am just an avenue to get this charity in front of other people, and Tiltify is the road basically to get that money there. And just knowing that Tiltify is so secure and easy to set up and easy to do things. It just, y'all make it so easy to do good. And that is like my favorite thing, just knowing that. And it's also so well known, like y'all have like your name out there enough, like streaming community knows who you are and everyone like trusts you and knows like whenever you're like, hey, I'm fundraising with Tiltify, everyone's like, cool, awesome, let's do this. Like you don't even have to
Yeah.
like explain it. It's just there it is. It's awesome.
Yeah. And if we do have to explain it, we're like, every single dollar goes to the charity.
Yeah, it's
We
so easy.
promise.
It's just
Every
like
single dollar.
yeah,
Yes, that's
exactly.
great. Thank you, Ash. We love hearing that because we want to make it easy and simple. Okay. And we added new overlays this year, so we're trying to make the platform a one stop shop. Yes,
Mhm,
that's what you say, right? Yeah. One stop shop. So everything is there. You have your alerts and your
mhm.
overlays for your milestones and everything, and you're ready to go. You
Yeah.
just start fundraising. I love that. So thank you, Ash. We appreciate it. The
Oh,
devs love
thank
hearing it
you.
too. So thank you.
Yes, thank you. Oh
And
my
yeah,
gosh.
of course. And I wanted to ask, what would attribute most to your success in fundraising?
Honestly, I feel like the groundwork that not only myself, but just people in my community have put in place just to be a kind and caring and generous community. Because sure, like I started this community, but it would be nowhere without the people in it and taking care of one another and things like that. I just feel like what really makes us successful with charity is just that generosity and kindness and empathy is already there. Um, so when it's like, hey, we're going to rally together for this, everyone is instantly on board. Like, yeah, absolutely no questions asked. We're doing a charity stream. We're going to smash the goal, whatever, right? It's
Mhm.
just everyone being so kind and awesome definitely helps so, so much.
And do you have a name for your community?
I do. They're called the Beanboat, and I don't know
Ooh.
how it got this way, but it just kind of stuck because um, I had a couple different names for like subscribers and stuff over the years,
Mhm.
and then I just started calling everyone Beans, and then like the subbing was like getting on a boat or something, and then we just became the Beanboat and like the Beans, and I'm like, okay, I mean, it's just evolved this way, and now that's what we are.
I love it. Well, shout out to the Bean Boat for going above and beyond for Ashley and her fundraising efforts. So, thank you so
Oh,
much for being a part of our community and giving so much to these amazing causes. That is incredible. Shout out to y'all, okay?
shout out.
And I just have one last question for you, Ash. What
Yes.
advice would you give someone that wants to start their first fundraiser?
Okay. This is
I'm
something
ready.
that I definitely wish I heard. What it took me a bit of a time to get into charity fundraising when I first
Mhm.
started content creation because I was scared of failing, you know, which
Yeah.
when you're fundraising for charity, you can't fail. It's just impossible. Like you any single cent that you raise does something, right?
Yeah.
And even if you don't raise a single cent, you're still like raising awareness of this charity to people and stuff like that. Like you
Yep.
just having any campaign at all and streaming with that campaign is doing some good. And I feel like that anxiety and fear that I had for whatever reason about like failing, you can't fail. And I feel like just knowing like, hey, you just doing this at all is awesome and fantastic. And I think
Yeah.
that's super important.
I love that. Thank you so much for that, Ash, because I can't stress enough that every single cent, I say
Mhm,
dollar, but maybe I have to switch it to cent because every single cent you raise is
mhm.
a cent they didn't have yesterday. So
Exactly.
please stress that. Yeah, okay, you don't hit your goal of $100, you raise 50 of it. Okay, that's fine. You still raise that 50 and that
Yeah.
cause now has that $50. And if memory serves me correctly, $50 is I think meals for an entire family at St. Jude for the entire day. So you just fed a family for a day, and
Yeah.
that's super impactful. And I can't stress that enough. I know with this industry, it's hard when you don't hit those goals, but you can't really stress that with fundraising. You can't because you're doing good. And even if you don't raise money, you are raising awareness, and awareness is the most powerful.
Mhm.
So I wanted to add with
Absolutely.
that, Ash. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Ashley, for chatting with me today. I really appreciate it. Now, where can our community find you on socials?
Oh my gosh. First off, thank you for having me. I had a wonderful time.
Yes.
Second, I'm Ashley Roboto everywhere at Ashley Roboto. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, anything. I'm just
We
there, which
love
I'm
the
very
branding.
fortunate. Yeah.
Yes, we love it. Thank you so much. And everyone, we will have links down below so you can follow her everywhere on socials and keep up with her amazing content, especially her feet on hands and hands on feet memes. All right, they are the best. And we will
Yeah.
see you all later. Thank you so much for
Yes.
watching.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.